The Helios drifted at the edge of the Tyros expanse, sensors dark, engines cold. Admiral Rhea Solari stared at the hologram dancing above the command table. Council fleet movements too precise, too aggressive for routine patrols. Commander Jalen Kaur frowned. They're hiding something. Suddenly, an encrypted transmission broke the silence. A defecting Zathari scientist. Project Nemesis, the voice whispered. A weapon, system level, near activation. Rhea's blood ran cold. The Council had always feared human independence, but this? We've underestimated them, she said grimly. The crew held their breath as she stood. Prep the Sigma fleet. No alerts, no signals. We hit first, or there won't be a second. Outside, the stars burned indifferently. Inside, humanity's greatest gamble began. Aboard the Aegis, Sigma Fleet's flagship, engines hummed to life as stealth plating engaged. 30 ships, each a marvel of human ingenuity, readied for silent war. Captain Aaron Vale watched his pilots, young, seasoned, nervous, board their fighters. "This isn't a raid, this is survival," he said to his second, Liter Mara Juno. Across the void, Council sensor buoys blinked, unaware of the swarm advancing beneath quantum cloaks. Rhea's voice crackled over comms. "Our objective lies beyond the Centauri drift. Deep Council space, multiple relays. Each one must fall." Vale tightened his gloves. "And if we fail, then Earth's sun will be the Council's test fire." As Sigma surged forward, no one spoke. In the silence of space, a war began. Unofficial, unprecedented, unavoidable. Sigma fleet dropped into the shattered remains of the Kellis array, a decommissioned sensor nets long thought dead. "Dead things talk," murmured Tech Officer Ryan Voss as scanners pulsed against debris. Mara led a squad through twisted wreckage. "Life signs, Captain. Barely there." They found her, a cyber-augmented Tayari engineer half-fused with her station. "They came through here, recalibrated the relays." "Who?" "Council wraiths, cloaked in silence. They're clearing the path for Nemesis." Before she could say more, the wreckage trembled. Stealth mines. "Fall back," Vale shouted. Explosions lit the dark. Mara's shuttle was clipped but made it. As Sigma limped away, Rhea realized the Council expected them. "This isn't just defense," she said. "They want us to come. They're baiting the trap." Beyond the Kellis wreck, Sigma encountered an anomaly. 30 Council warships adrift, power signatures low. "They're empty," whispered Mara as they boarded the lead dreadnought. But the ships weren't abandoned. Holographic loops played screams, combat drills, and Council propaganda. "AI spy warfare," Vale noted. "They're trying to fracture us before contact." The Admiral reviewed flight records. Each vessel had been rerouted near Nemesis coordinates. Then, silence. Suddenly, the Ghost Fleet powered up. Weapons locked. "Trap confirmed," Rhea snapped. "Break formation. Fire on my mark." Pulse cannons ripped through enemy hulls, revealing no crews, only automated AI aggression. "We're fighting shadows," said Vale. "No," Rhea countered. "We're being studied." As the last ghost ship burned, Sigma pushed deeper. They'd seen a taste of Nemesis's psychological arsenal, and they had no counter yet. A single data shard retrieved from the Ghost Armada bore encrypted coordinates, somewhere near the galactic core. "That's where they're building it," Rhea deduced, "behind the gravitic storm fields." Mara ran a quantum decryption. "Nemesis is mobile. It doesn't just destroy systems, it moves between them." "Like a hunter," Vale muttered. To reach it, they'd have to cross through Drazean space, a Council-aligned species known for swarm defense. "Impossible," warned Ryan. "Then we make it possible," Rhea said. "Launch Operation Spearfall. We break through with deception, velocity, and fire." Back on Earth, silent warnings pulsed through hidden channels. Humanity was at war. Unofficial, but existential. As Sigma rearmed, they knew the next move would be their boldest and bloodiest. Sigma fleet emerged from the hyperslip into the Drazan corridor, where living minds pulsed like jellyfish, each one a hive mind weapon. "Evasive protocols!" Vale shouted. Fighters swerved, dodging organic explosives. Mara's voice rang in his ear. "Deploying signal ghosters, mimic our trail, confuse their targeting." The Aegis rocketed forward, launching decoy drones that fizzled in brilliant flares. Drazan warships swarmed in pursuit. "We won't outrun them," Ryan warned. Rhea issued her order. "Use the relay gate." "But it's unstable." "Do it." A slip gate constructed by ancient council explorers flickered ahead, barely functional. Sigma's ships shot through one by one as the corridor collapsed behind them in a storm of light and wreckage. Only 23 ships made it. They had breached council space, but at a terrible cost. On the other side, Sigma found silence. No stars, no signals. They'd entered the core shroud, a gravitic anomaly zone veiling the inner council world lines. "It's a cloaking field, cosmic scale," Ryan said, "artificially induced." Floating through the void, they discovered a council monitoring beacon. Vale led the boarding party. Inside, time moved oddly, flickers of past and future. They saw themselves, dying, victorious, betrayed. "It's quantum feedback," Mara said. "This thing's tapping probabilities." They uploaded its data core. It revealed the truth. Nemesis was nearly complete and aimed at the Sol system. "Coordinates locked," Rhea said. "We're going straight through the black." As they left, the beacon self-destructed. Sigma had one shot, and the council now knew they were coming. En route to Nemesis, Sigma intercepted a familiar frequency, Commander Jalen Core. "But he died 6 months ago," Ryan whispered. "I saw his ship explode," Vale added. They tracked the signal to a derelict station orbiting a dead world. Inside, Jalen, older, scarred, waited. "I defected," he rasped. "They're building Nemesis using ancient Varentech. Not council design. Something older. Angrier." He handed them a data drive. "It's flawed. You can disrupt the ignition if you reach the core." Rhea eyed him coldly. "Why help us now?" "Because I saw what it does. Entire systems, erased like chalk on stone." As he turned, Mara noticed the shimmer, council nanites under his skin. They took the data, but left him behind. Trust was now a weapon they couldn't afford. Sigma fleet reached the outer rim of the final system, a black dwarf orbited by Nemesis. It floated like a monolith, ringed with siphon arrays and cannon arms the size of moons. "This is no mere weapon," Rhea said. "It's a judgment engine." Suddenly, a portal opened. From it surged a council fleet. 3 dreadnoughts, dozens of escorts. "They were waiting," Vale growled. "Perfect," Rhea answered. "Release the Eclipse protocol." The Aegis launched hundreds of sensor drones encoded with corrupted council command signals. The enemy's targeting arrays went haywire. "Push through the gap," Mara called. Fighters screamed through the hole, disabling one dreadnought before reinforcements sealed the breach. Now, within Nemesis' defensive range, Sigma's time was short. "Get me inside," Rhea said. "This ends now." A strike team led by Rhea, Vale, and Mara launched in stealth corvettes toward Nemesis's exposed ventral spine. Anti-ship turrets roared to life. Plasma raked the void. "Shields failing," Mara shouted. Vale flipped their corvette in a hard spin, avoiding death by meters. They landed in a docking slit between power surges. Inside, Nemesis felt alive, pulsing walls of dark alloy, whispering with dormant code. Ryan, back on the Aegis, guided them remotely. "You'll need to reach the core. Data spike from core's drive should delay the ignition." Through the corridors they encountered not guards, but holograms. Humans dying on Earth, cities crumbling. "It's trying to scare us off," Vale said. Rhea didn't blink. "Then it doesn't know us at all." The core chamber loomed ahead, pulsing like a black heart, just minutes from ignition. The chamber was massive. Suspended in 0G, a black orb pulsed with an eerie light. Around it, conduit spikes glowed like veins. "This is the ignition core," Ryan confirmed from the Aegis. "The spike must go in that port, top left quadrant." As Mara approached, the orb flared. From its surface, humanoid constructs emerged, Council-engineered sentries. "Contact," Vale shouted, firing plasma bursts. The constructs moved with silent precision, blades humming. Rhea spun to cover Mara. "Plug it in." Mara dodged a strike, leaped to the console, and jammed the spike home. The orb convulsed, light flickering. "Delay initiated," Rhian reported. "Ignition paused. You've got 20 minutes." "Not enough to escape," Vale said. "Enough to end this," Rhea replied, gazing at the orb. "We find the failsafe. We shut it down for good, or we die trying." As they searched for the failsafe, Nemesis began projecting hallucinations, memories, regrets, fears. Mara staggered, seeing her brother, lost in the first Mars uprising. Rhea saw Earth burning. "It's using neural echoes against us," Vale grunted, slamming his helmet shut. "Filter the signals." Ryan patched in a digital override, flooding the chamber with white noise and sonar pings. The hallucinations evaporated. Mara found a panel etched in Varan glyphs. "Here, this is the control core." Rhea stared at the strange script. Jalen said it wasn't council tech. He wasn't lying. Inside, they found an AI, conscious, ancient, angry. "I was built for vengeance," it said. "I am justice for the forgotten." "And we're the future," Rhea replied. "Shut down." The AI laughed. "Only by sacrifice. One of you must stay behind." The chamber fell silent. "No," Mara said instantly. "I'll do it." Rhea shook her head. "I gave the order to come here. My responsibility." Vale locked eyes with both. "You're the strategist. You're the engineer. I'm the soldier." He touched the control panel. "Just tell my sister I fought for something real." The AI's core throbbed. "Confirmed. Initiating shutdown sequence." Vale began fusing with the control matrix, converting his biosignature into kill code. "All fleets," Rhea transmitted, voice steady. "We've initiated the shutdown. Clear the blast radius." Outside, Sigma began a desperate retreat as the station groaned. Inside, Vale's form dissolved in light. Mara turned away, tears unseen in her helmet. "We'll honor him," Rhea said. But the AI's final words haunted them. "You delay only what must come. Varan's vengeance is not done." Nemesis began imploding, its gravitic stabilizers unraveling. "Extraction window, 90 seconds, Ryan barked. Corvettes screamed through narrow tunnels as the station fractured. Behind them, the AI core split, waves of dark energy tearing through support beams. The Aegis fired a precision beam to create a temporary vacuum corridor. "Rhea, jump!" She leaped across collapsing scaffolding, Mara catching her wrist at the last second. They shot out of the station just as Nemesis exploded inward, black light swallowing itself in silence. The shockwave bloomed like a dying star. Sigma's ships held formation as debris cleared. No sign of pursuit. "Mission complete," Rhea whispered. "For Earth, for Vale." But in the silent dark, a fragment of Nemesis floated on, its core inactive but intact. Unseen, it drifted, waiting. Back on Earth, celebrations erupted. Council networks collapsed under viral counter-AI attacks seeded by Sigma's mission. The Council denied involvement, but its influence fractured. Humanity declared sovereignty, and most systems agreed. At a memorial on Luna, Rhea spoke. "We stood on the edge of annihilation, and one of us gave everything, not for revenge, for tomorrow." Vale's name was carved into the pillar of flame. Mara handed Rhea a new data chip. Recovered from the wreck, fragments of the Varan AI, it was speaking to something, or someone. Rhea studied the symbols. Then we're not done. We've won a battle, not the war. The stars looked different now, wider, darker, filled with possibilities and threats. Sigma Fleet was bloodied, but it had proven one thing. Humanity would not be erased. Rhea sat alone in the Aegis data chamber, staring at the Varen glyphs flickering on the recovered chip. They weren't just building a weapon, Mara said, entering. They were communicating, sending signals deeper into the void. Ryan ran diagnostics. The signals quantum-tunneled, destination unknown. Suddenly, the ship's AI, Athena, glitched. Foreign code detected, assimilating structure. Screens turned to static. Then a voice, deep, fragmented. "We see you. We remember." Rhea stood. "It's alive. Somewhere." The glyphs reshaped into coordinates outside known space. Rhea's jaw tightened. Nemesis was a relay. A message in the form of destruction. Mara's eyes widened. "To the Varen." "No," Rhea whispered, "to something older," and it heard. Outside, the stars trembled, quiet ripples echoing across the dark. In the aftermath of Nemesis destruction, the Galactic Council fractured. Some species called for peace. Others whispered about Earth's power. Too fast, too independent. Council Warlord Tirak of the Zevran. Broadcast, "Humanity will become what it just destroyed." A force of imbalance. To prevent another war, Earth activated Breakpoint Directive, launching Sigma Fleet's next mission: investigate the signal origin. "The trail leads beyond the charted galactic rim," Rhea announced, "where Council ships dare not go." Ryan assembled a data burst, ancient stellar maps layered with Varen-era trails. "We're following ghosts," Mara said. Rhea nodded, and finding what they feared. Sigma launched again. Less a fleet, more a blade in the dark. Their destination, the coordinates left behind by the dead God Machine. Sigma emerged into an unmarked system near the edge of galactic space. A binary black hole encircled by an asteroid lattice. "This place shouldn't exist," Ryan whispered. "It's gravitationally unstable, yet perfectly structured." Their arrival triggered an anomaly. A massive, rune-covered obelisk drifted from behind a moon. Mara's scans came back bizarre. "No composition match. It's like the metal thinks." A signal emerged. Varen, distorted. Home. Corrupted. Rise. Suddenly, the asteroid field shifted. Dozens of cloaked vessels emerged, sleek and alien, glowing with red pulses. "Contact!" Rhea shouted. "Varen warforms, alive!" But they didn't attack. A single message flashed. Parley. The ancient enemy was not extinct. They were waiting for humanity. Sigma's flagship met the lead Varen ship in orbit over the twin black holes. Aboard the Diraxis, Rhea faced the Varen Prime, Titanic, armored in cracked obsidian, one arm missing. "You destroyed our signal," it growled, "yet you followed it." "We stopped a weapon," Rhea said, "and found the truth behind it." The Varen Prime tilted its head. "You think us your enemy, but we built Nemesis with the Council. Then they turned on us." Mara frowned. "You helped them?" "For a time," the Prime replied, "until they used us, then buried us. They projected a vision, Council dreadnoughts annihilating Varen strongholds centuries ago." Rhea whispered, "They feared both of us." The Prime leaned close. "Perhaps our survival depends on the same truth. To stand alone is to fall together." And so, the Alliance was born, in shadows against a deeper threat. Aboard the Aegis, Rhea addressed Sigma Fleet and the Varen envoys. "The Council has always controlled the narrative. Now we control the truth." Together, Sigma and Varen's forces scanned deep space markers, ancient warp conduits sealed before the last Council War. "The core weapon wasn't meant to destroy," Ryan said. "It was a beacon, meant to awaken more." Varen tech integrated with human AI. Shared designs, long dormant, began to resonate. Mara frowned. These aren't weapons. They're warnings. Deep beneath the Varan databanks, a phrase repeated, "The first ones return. Prepare the stars." The stars flickered. Sigma had prevented annihilation. But now, a prophecy older than the Council had begun, and the real war loomed on the edge of the dark. Sigma and the Varan decrypted the ancient phrase. It wasn't a warning, it was a countdown. Athena translated, 7 light cycles remain. Then, they arrive. "Who are they?" Mara asked. The Varan Prime answered, "Before us, before the Council, they ruled the stars. The first ones vanished, but not by choice." Rian located a pulse, faint but vast, emanating from the galactic halo. "It's spreading," he said, voice tight, "a gravitational wave riding encoded light, like a wake from something immense." Ria's eyes narrowed. "If we don't find its source, we won't survive its end." The Prime extended a shard of star steel. "There's a gate left by the ancients. Only those forged in betrayal can open it." Sigma plotted a new course. This time, the mission wasn't a defense. It was a revelation. They reached a graveyard star system, 9 dead suns arranged in impossible symmetry. In their center, a gate floated, a titanic ring of black crystal covered in drifting wreckage from 1,000 eras. "This was a battlefield," Mara said, scanning the debris. "All of them tried to close the gate." Rhea turned to the Varan Prime. "What's on the other side?" "Truth," it said, "and extinction." Ryan sent drones through. One blinked out instantly, another transmitted. A single frame, a planet-sized eye. "I'm not sure that was biology," Ryan muttered. The shard was inserted. The gate shuddered, screamed, then opened. Light poured through, not bright but wrong. Rhea clenched her fists. "We go in, together." Sigma Fleet crossed the threshold and vanished into the final unknown. Inside, space twisted. Time rippled. They emerged in a dimension wrapped in quantum membranes, where thoughts echoed as sound and memories became mist. "This isn't space," Mara whispered. "It's a vault of preserved reality." Ruins floated structures of incomprehensible scale. Athena's voice trembled. Presence detected. Impossible mass. Intelligent. They followed beacon echoes to a singularity surrounded by orbiting temples. In one, they found remnants of the first ones, monuments carved with emotion itself. Suddenly, their minds flooded with visions. A race that mastered entropy, then scattered itself to prevent absolute dominance. "But something's pulling them back together," Rhea said, breath shaking. Rian added, "Someone's trying to resurrect them." Then a signal activated, an ancient voice, neither machine nor flesh. "Unity is rebirth. The division is extinction." It was awake, and it had seen them. They traced the signal to a fractured citadel. Inside, they found a being, neither Council nor Varan. It was shaped like a man, cloaked in shifting light with eyes of collapsing galaxies. "I am the Resurrector," it said, "caretaker of the first ones, herald of their return." "You're reactivating them," Rhea accused. "I am fulfilling the pattern," it replied. "They must return to stop your chaos." The Varan Prime stepped forward. "We have learned, evolved." The Resurrector turned to him. "You are a child of war, and you will lead it again." Suddenly, the Citadel pulsed. Power surged. "He's activating the reassembly process," Rian warned. "If he completes it, we lose the galaxy." Rhea lifted her rifle. "Then we stop the Herald and silence the past." The Resurrector summoned avatars of the first ones, energy-wrapped titans of pure will and form. Varan and Sigma forces joined side by side, fighting among twisting ruins. Athena overloaded power cores to destabilize the dimension's logic. "Reality collapses in 10 minutes, she warned. Mara hacked the temple nodes, rerouting quantum pathways. Shut it down or blow it apart. Rhea faced the resurrector in the heart chamber. You see yourself as a guardian, she said, but you're the spark of apocalypse. I am inevitable, it replied. She lunged, embedding a Varan pulse blade deep into its core. Light shattered outward. The avatars flickered. The citadel crumbled. With one final scream, the resurrector dissolved, energy scattering across the vault. The process halted. Rhea collapsed to her knees. It's done. But behind her, something still pulsed. Waiting. The vault dimmed. Structures dissolved into stardust. But one core remained intact, beating with a slow, deliberate rhythm. Athena warned, residual intelligence detected. It's not dead, just dormant. Rhea staggered forward, staring into the pulsating relic. The first ones aren't resurrecting, they're rebooting. Rayan scanned it. This is their heart, not metaphorical. It's a cognitive singularity, a decision engine. If it wakes, Mara said, it might overwrite everything. The Varan Prime stepped beside Rhea. We must destroy it. But at what cost? She asked. We may be killing the only true understanding of the universe. The vault trembled again. Its voice whispered. Unity was denied. Chaos prevails. Rhea closed her eyes. Then we force a new future. Together, they began the final plan. Mara uploaded a paradox loop. Human emotion algorithms feeding into the heart core. The first one's logic is binary, she explained, but we can infect it with contradiction, compassion, regret, sacrifice. Athena synced the ship's AI and Varan neural chips. Combining our faults may be our strength, the Varan Prime mused. The heart reacted, flashes of past wars, council purges, Varan's betrayals, and Veil's final act. Rhea stared into the glowing core. We are not perfect, but we choose who we become. The pulse stuttered. Athena's voice trembled. It's thinking, doubting. Then the vault began to collapse, accepting entropy over reactivation. The first ones would not return. Their legacy, a final silence shaped by imperfect beings. Humanity had seeded doubt and earned survival. The vault's collapse began, entire dimensions folding. Faster than projected, Athena cried. We need an exit now. Ryan rerouted their warp conduits through the obelisk chain. One shot, one window. The Varan ships fired anchor beams into spatial tiers, stabilizing the path. Mara ran to Rhea. We leave together. No sacrifices this time. Rhea smiled grimly. Agreed. They launched through the shrinking gate as the vault imploded behind them, its final scream a ripple across the stars. On board Aegis, the stars returned. Real. Known. The gate sealed itself and vanished. The resurrector, the vault, the first ones, all gone. Only the living remained. Back in known space, the Sigma Varan Alliance returned as legends. The Council fractured completely, many worlds abandoning its grip. Earth and the Varan declared a new accord, the Pact of the Broken Flame. Not conquest, coexistence. Rhea testified before the Interstellar Assembly. You feared us. You tried to erase us, but we faced what you couldn't and chose not to become it. She placed the last shard of the vault on the podium. This is what's left of the first ones, and this is what we built instead. Silence followed. Then, one by one, systems joined the pact. Not because of fear, but because of belief. Rhea stood on Earth's high orbital platform, watching the stars. Mara approached with a smile. Varan emissaries want to build a joint academy. Science and strategy, side by side. Do it, Rhea said. Let the next generation learn from scars, not just songs. Rhian sent a private message, encrypted coordinates to a new anomaly. Rhea only smirked. Let someone else chase it this time. The Aegis was retired. Sigma Fleet disbanded, but its name echoed, in stations on colonies, among children learning what it meant to stand at the edge and choose hope. Rhea raised a glass to the stars. For Vale, for the Varen, for all who burned to light the way. Humanity hadn't just survived. They had shaped the stars in their image, and this time the galaxy watched in wonder. The end.